The Topkapi Palace, Constantinople, 16th century. The height of the Ottoman Empire under Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. Amidst the grandeur of Topkapi Palace, shadows of ambition and betrayal loom large. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent rules with wisdom and strength, yet within the walls of his court, plots unfold that could determine the fate of the empire. His beloved wife, Hurrem Sultan, whispers warnings of treachery, seeking to protect her influence and that of her sons. Grand Vizier Ibrahim Pasha, once the Sultan's closest friend, now finds himself ensnared in courtly intrigue, struggling to maintain his position while envious rivals work to undo him. Prince Mustafa, heir to the empire and favored by the Janissaries, feels the weight of expectation as whispers of dissent and suspicion grow around him. Rustum Pasha, ever the schemer, aligns himself with Hurrem Sultan, weaving a web of deception that threatens to tip the balance of power. Mahidevran Sultan, Mustafa's mother, watches anxiously as her son's position becomes increasingly precarious. The palace, an architectural marvel of domes and courtyards, is both a sanctuary and a battlefield, where every gesture and glance can signify allegiance or enmity. The Sultan, despite his strength, is not immune to the pressures of governance, as he must balance the needs of the military, the ambitions of his family, and the demands of his vast empire. The Janissaries, elite warriors sworn to protect the throne, grow restless, their loyalties divided between the ruler they serve and the prince they revere. In the opulent chambers of the harem, Hurrem Sultan maneuvers deftly, knowing that power lies not only in armies, but in whispered secrets and strategic unions. Meanwhile, in the Grand Council chamber, viziers deliberate over military campaigns, economic growth, and political stability, though their discussions often mask hidden agendas and covert allegiances. Beyond the palace walls, the empire stretches across 3 continents, its influence shaping the fate of countless nations. But with great power comes great peril. European monarchs scheme to weaken the Ottomans, while internal factions threaten to destabilize the empire from within. Even as victories are won on the battlefield, the greatest threat to the dynasty lies within the corridors of power, where ambition, loyalty, and treachery intertwine in a deadly dance. In this vast and turbulent realm, the fate of an empire rests not only on the battlefield, but in the delicate whispers of its courts, where a single betrayal could unravel all that has been built. As the days pass, tensions rise to a boiling point. The Sultan finds himself increasingly isolated, forced to make decisions that will alter the course of history. Ibrahim Pasha's influence wanes as suspicions grow about his true allegiances, his past victories overshadowed by rumors and accusations. The air is thick with uncertainty as rival factions within the palace vie for control, each seeking to tip the scales of power in their favor. Rustum Pasha spreads insidious rumors, fanning the flames of distrust between the Sultan and his son Mustafa, knowing that a father's doubt can be the sharpest weapon of all. Hurrem Sultan, ever the strategist, works tirelessly to secure her children's future, ensuring that her bloodline remains in power long after her rivals have fallen. The people of Constantinople whisper among themselves, sensing the undercurrents of turmoil that ripple through the empire. The markets bustle with merchants trading exotic goods from the farthest reaches of the empire, yet the specter of unrest lingers. Soldiers train for the next campaign, unaware that the true battle is fought in the Sultan's chambers, where words hold as much weight as swords. The empire, though mighty, stands at a crossroads, where one misstep could send it spiraling into chaos. In the end, history will remember the choices made within the palace walls. Will the Sultan's wisdom prevail, securing the empire's dominance for generations? Or will the seeds of betrayal and ambition grow into a storm that topples even the mightiest of rulers? The crescent and the sword tells the tale of a world where power is fleeting, and only those with the cunning to navigate its treacherous currents can hope to survive.